So now we're going to go ahead and create an action recording. I'm just going to use this test case, click run. I see there's already an action recording associated with this test, so I'm just going to tick this box here and click start test because I want to overwrite the existing recording. I see a little message up here saying that my actions are being recorded. This first step is a shared step, and there's already an action recording associated with this shared step, but I'm going to go ahead and record it again. So to do that, you just click on this little drop down here and you click start and record. So you can see now it's recording my actions. So I'm going to go down here. When you are opening programs, it is best to do it through the search function down here by clicking start, just because you're guaranteed to find the program every time. If you look for the program on your desktop or something and it's moved between the time that you made the action recording and you go to play it, if it's moved in your desktop, then the test runner mightn't be able to locate it. So I'm just going to mark that as complete and end my shared step. So the action of opening up Internet Explorer has now been mapped to that shared step. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up this here. I already have been to this website, so it's popped up nice and quickly for me. Open up EBA complaints, mark that as complete. So as I'm recording, as I mark each step as pass or fail, it is, I didn't actually click that, did I? It is recording my actions and mapping them to those steps. So you can see the blue marks here, means that there's actions being recorded. You can actually see those actions down here. If we click on this little up button, it'll show you all the different things that have been recorded. So if I just fly through this, you can see I'm going to try and go through this quite quickly so that you're not wasting time just watching me fill in different details. But yeah, I mean, every time I am putting something in, it's recording my mouse strokes and my keystrokes. So if any mistakes you made while you're recording, they're going to be recorded by the action recording, and when you press play again, it'll repeat those mistakes. So it's worth making sure that you take your time when you're making an action recording and don't make any mistakes. So this is just bogging down a bit. Another thing worth noting is there's this little thing up here that tells me that this window is currently being recorded. So I'm just gonna put in some stuff here. If you look at the bottom left, we can see the different things being, the different actions I'm creating being recorded, and it looks like there's a few mistakes being recorded as well on my part, which is my bad. I'm just going to fill in the required fields here. And I've actually made a mistake here. I've recorded too many actions for that step. So I'm just going to mark that one too. Click next. Mark that as complete. You can see here I've got an expected result, so it's just telling me to review my information. Yes, it's all good. that as complete. Close my browser, and I'll mark that. I can now click End Test. And so it's giving me the option to either overwrite the existing recording or disregard this new recording. So I'm going to overwrite, and my action recording is now there, and we can see all the different steps down here, reviewable. It's giving me some warning messages there. So if I close this now, I can now open it up and run it again, and this time I can start test and I can choose to play the action recording. So when you are playing an action recording, you've got a couple of different options. You can click play on the highlighted step and it'll play out that step. You can choose to play all, and that will run through all the steps in one go and play them all at the same time, one after another. You can also preview the different steps that are tied to the different test steps. So those steps that are being recorded down here, you can view what they're tied to against the different steps here. So for this one, you can also highlight number of steps by holding shift and going down through the arrow buttons. So let's do that. I've highlighted down as far as the review information because I want to see that all the stuff is filled in correctly during the action recording. So let's play that out. You can see that once the test runner gets going, it can run through the steps quite quickly. There is options inside in the test settings to add a delay in between the different actions of the action recording if you find that it's going too fast, and maybe it's failing because the system that you're testing on can't keep up with the action recording. You can add in a delay so that the action recording will actually slow down. So we can see all my details. I've gone in there, test text, so that's all correct. So as this is this test case has an expected result, if I don't mark this as successful, then the test will be marked as a fail. So now you can see it's the last step is highlighted, so I'm going to press play on that, and that closes down my browser, and now I can end test. And that test has been marked as a pass because I validated the expected result down here. So if I click save and close, and that's how you create and run an action recording.